Well, ahead of the season, ahead of training camp, it's done. Leon Draisaitl signs an 8-year extension with Edmonton, $14 million per year. In the video I made about a month back where I talk about how I just didn't see him leaving Edmonton, I put out a little guess just for fun on the contract and I was way off.
Just for fun, I'm going to throw out a guess and I'm going to say $13 million times 4 years.
Instead, he's locked in max term and he's got the highest AAV in NHL history. Now, of course, there are multiple layers to this. Firstly, I'm seeing quite a few people calling it an overpay, and I get why some people are saying that. The number is striking, but it's also important to remember that they're banking on the cap rising. There's no other way to slice it. It's an extremely high number, but in a couple of years, I don't think it's going to look as jaw-dropping as it does right now. And let's not forget, Draisaitl put up astronomical numbers on his last deal. That turned out to be quite the bargain for the Oilers, and Draisaitl's agent mentioned it this summer. To be able to have this guy locked in for 8 more years after this one, you're going to get him through the entire prime of his career and throughout this Stanley Cup window. It's a good day in oil country. Now, the second layer here, it's the thing that a lot of people immediately started thinking about. What does this mean for McDavid? Because his contract is up next year. I don't think that because Draisaitl signed for 14, McDavid is leaving. He's priced out or something like that. No, trust me. Edmonton's going to do everything in their power. They're going to find a way to free up as much dough as Connor McDavid wants. I actually think that by Draisaitl committing long-term to Edmonton, it means there's a greater chance McDavid stays. Now, it's pretty clear that once McDavid's deal is up, he's going to reclaim his place as the highest paid player in the league. The question is, how much is he going to want? It certainly feels like he's in his era of desperately wanting a cup. And yes, even though they're cap strapped in more than a few ways, the Oilers are in their contention window and they provide him a great chance of doing so. It perplexes me when people say they're not, because they were 2 goals away from a Stanley Cup. Unless the Oilers are in like the draft lottery or something this year, I think 97 sticks around. There's going to be a ton of cap gymnastics for them to do though, and I really like a lot of the moves they made this offseason. I think it keeps them ultra competitive, but they've really got to take advantage of the last year of Draisaitl at 8.5 and the last 2 of McDavid at 12.5. Let's not forget that Bouchard just put up 82 points as a defenseman, and he's going to have a pricey deal coming up. This is great news for Oiler fans, but there's still a lot that needs to get done and a lot of stuff that's going to happen here, especially between now and when McDavid's deal is up. As usual, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. The deal, the Oilers' competitive window, McDavid, what moves do you foresee them making? Let me know, and if you want more Oiler content, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. You're awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Rest in power, Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau.